Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in tonight to this Villages SC soccer broadcast brought to you by NSB National Sports Broadcasting. This is the Villages SC versus IMG Academy. Referees for tonight's contest in the center: Frank Villazane, AR1 Jake Hurwitz, AR2 Todd Lizelle. And the referee signals to start this game. We have two teams here that are desperate to get 3 points and to stay in the hunt in the Southeast Division of the PDL's Southern Conference. Villages comes in off of 3 consecutive heartbreaking 1-goal losses. They are 0-2 in league play. You got IMG coming in off of a weather-shortened tie versus Weston FC. Starting for the Villages, they're running a 4-2-3-1 formation today. In the back, you've got number 20, Fernando Argolo, number 3, Iago Lopez, number 28, Jackie K, number 2, Danilo GS. In front of them, you've got number 5 and captain Wesley Pereira, and number 14, Gabe Torres. In front of them, you've got number 17, William Hoffner, number 10, Roberto De Lima, and number 21, Paco Thomas. We'll talk about him here shortly. And then at forward, we have number 9, Carlos Jr. I'm going to go back to that aforementioned number 21, Paco Thomas, also known as Alcides Thomas. It's a coup for the Villages to have this player on the team for this game, his first in the Villages green and gold. He was a standout player, a star for the Southwest Florida Adrenaline in previous seasons. Actually had a little bit of a interesting involvement versus the Villages SC last year at their home field at the Villages Polo Grounds. But I spoke with Coach Anderson da Silva prior to the game about the acquisition of Diaz. He said it's much better to have him here with us than against us. He's here for a reason. He changes the game whenever he's played against us. He's exactly the kind of player we wanted to bring on board. So it'll be very interesting to see how the play on the field changes tonight for the Villages SC with Alcides Paco Thomas on the field. Foul whistle against the aforementioned Paco Thomas. Has himself in the stat book early. Starting lineup for IMG. In goal, keeper number 1, Jake Agnew. They're going to run a 4-3-3 formation tonight with 28, Joaquin Palufo, 29, T.C. Anderson, and 25, Ian McCauley, and 13, Patrick Kibler as the 4 in the back. They've got number 4, Matthew Leishout, number 42, Raheem Summerall, and number 6, Antonio Caluti on the mid. And their 3 forwards are going to be number 10, Hesham Hamuda, number 27, Bay Downing, and number 20, Danny Avila. Dispossessed. Up the field comes Hamuda, passes it to the outside to Kibler, a little bit too wide. Shot by number 6, Antonio Colaci for IMG. Played out by Yago Lopez for the Villages. Nicely dropped off to DeLima, back to Junior. Junior over to Gabe Thomas. Sort of like a slight roster correction here. Looks like Hoffner is wearing number 8, not number 17 in this contest. Played outside to Alcides Thomas. Costa Argolo. Up to Hoffner. A little too high for DeLima. Joaquin Palufo to Bay Downing down the left sideline. Raheem Summerall. Avila calls for it. Nothing there, drops the ball back, misplayed by his midfielder. Yago Lopez easily finds that ball. Captain Pereiras gets fouled. Thomas to Torres, over to Argolo, back to Torres, Hoffner to Junior. IMG satisfied with working the ball around in the back of the field until something opens up for him up the field. Ball played out to the corner to Avila. Avila again has nothing to the middle. Out for Villages throw in. Spoke with Coach De Silva before the contest. Asked him what he was expecting today in comparison to the first 3 contests, the 3 games that were lost by a single goal each. And he said he hopes that the team pays attention to details. He wants them to always be attacking, but be ready to defend, focusing on their transition defense. He said that he feels like that's where the team has been lacking, is the transition defense behind the attacks when they get quickly dispossessed. They've not had a transition defense that has been up to the level he's been expecting. He also said that he's been looking forward to having Paco Thomas on the field to help balance out the attacks by Hoffner on the left-hand side, with Paco Thomas on the right-hand side. 2 players with similar skill sets, similar speed. He felt like it would open up opportunities for both of them by having the other on the field at the same time. This game is coming to you from Bradenton, Florida at beautiful IMG Academy. where Igor Lashinsky plays out to number 28, Jackie K. Into Captain Wesley Pereira. Argolo to Hoffner. Torres to Junior, but it was dispossessed by number 6, Antonio Colaci for IMG. This game was originally scheduled to be played last night, but due to some weather that came through this area, it was postponed till tonight. The Villages have an interesting roster situation today. One of their top players, Erickson Alves, was supposed to be on the roster last night, but he had a pre-scheduled trip out of the area scheduled for today. So when this game got scheduled for today, he was unable to change his travel plans, so they have to work this game tonight without his services. We'll see if that comes into play at any point in this contest. Erickson Alves scored the first goal of the season for the Villages, only 47 seconds into their U.S. Open Cup game. Referee talks with number 27, Bay Downing for IMG. Did not like that tackle. Ball's played outside to Argolo. Back to Jackie K, playing left back. Played up to Alcides Iago Thomas. Shot by number 8, Fernando Argolo. Excellently played by the defender that had a good chance of making it to the back of the net, if not for that effort. Danilo Gias. Defense careful to not foul that deep in attacking territory. Argolo clears it out, but it's taken back right by the IMG defense, number 29, T.C. Anderson. Number 20, Danny Avila for IMG, fouled. Goes down in pain. Foul is by number 5, Wesley Pereira. About 13 minutes into this contest. Ball played up to Carlos Jr. Jr. back to DeLima. DeLima receives the ball back in the middle. Nicely dispossessed by Raheem Summerall for IMG. Iago Lopez over to Jackie K. Back inside Pereira in the center circle. DeLima plays up to Thomas. DeLima has seen quite a few touches here in the opening minutes of this contest. Villages Soccer Club would like to invite you out to the home opener for the 2017 season on Saturday, June 10th. Tickets are available online at www.thevillagesSC.com or at the box office. Once again, the home opener will be on Saturday, June 10th. Love to get a big crowd out there to support the hometown squad. See if we can will them back into a 2017 Southeastern Division Championship. This is the 2016 defending division champion. That means they've got a target on their back each and every game, every team wanting to take down the defending division champions. Referee says he's onside. Ball played out for a corner. Corner kick upcoming for IMG to be taken by number 20, Danny Avila. Gonna play it in left-footed, hooking it in. Keeper Igor Lushinsky punches it out. Ball played right into the defense. May have hit number 28, Jackie K, on the arm. The referee says, no, sir, that's ball to hand. No call, keep on playing. Ball played out to Thomas. Torres over to Argolo. Back to Torres. Torres, nice little chip. Nicely defensed by the IMG. Right back. Number 13, Patrick Kibler, disrupted that deep attack. Ball played into Carlos Jr. He made a nice touch on it, but he went to the right and the ball went to the left. Back in IMG's hands. Nicely saved by Hesham Hamouda on the right touch line. Now intercepted by DeLima. DeLima up to Hoffner. Over to Carlos Jr. Back to Hoffner. Oh, nicely played. Nicely played out by number 25. Check it, number 29, T.C. Anderson. Again, that's another excellent defensive play in the back end by IMG, stopping two deep attacks by the Buffalo of Villages SC. Counter-attack up the left flank. Villages does a good job of retrieving that ball. Kay plays back to Lashinsky in the goal. And now they calmly move the ball up the left sideline, give it to Pereira. Pereira inside to DeLima. Hoffner to Torres. Back over to DeLima. Up to Thomas. Both men waiting for the other to call it, and they both stood flat-footed, allowed IMG to have an easy dispossess. Jackie K with an ugly foul, number 28. Missed completely on the slide. Referee saying no more of that, number 28. K is lucky that the referee's not pulling out the yellow card for that tackle. kick going to be upcoming for IMG. Looks like it's going to be taken by number 27, Bay Downing. Also got Avila standing by the ball as well. See if they want some trickery here. Look from this angle like it smacked number 6, Antonio Colaci, right in the side of the head, but the referees say, no sir, we're saying it was off of the Villages SC, and it's going to be a corner kick once again for IMG. Ball played in. Lashinsky easily ends that challenge. Villages gains control back. Hoffner to Junior. Junior plays back to Hoffner. Just a little bit ahead of him. Unable to rally, to wrangle that ball back in. IMG on the counterattack. Number 13, Patrick Kibler with a high looping ball. Played all the way from the right corner flag. Goes out almost near the left corner flag, but it deflects off a Villages player. For yet again another corner kick for IMG. It's time to be taken by number 27, Bay Downing. Long header played out by Argolo. Referee says, no sir, no foul there. Let's keep this game going. The Villages SC would like to invite you out to 3 free soccer clinics. The only form of payment is going to be a donation of school supplies. It's going to benefit one of the local schools in the area. These clinics will be on Friday, 6/9, 6/16, and 7/14 from 9 a.m. to 10:15 in the morning. Once again, 3 free clinics. All that's needed is a donation of school supplies to benefit one of the local schools. Friday, 6/9, 6/16, and 7/14 from 9 a.m. to 10:15. Register online at thevillagesSC.com. These clinics will be run by PDL players and coaches. You can also get more information at the Facebook page, facebook.com/thevillagesSC. Kay and Pereiras over to De Lima. Misplays. Easily out for IMG. IMG maneuvers the ball. And they're defending third, looking for an opening. Ball played in. Yago Lopez with the deflection. Keeper Igor Lashinsky not happy by the fact that he was bodied off the ball, but the referee says it was the defender that caused the contact, so no call. IMG with an attack. Got something going here. Nicely defensed in there by number 2, Danilo Diaz. Stopped a deep attack by IMG. Foul called against the Villages, results in a direct kick. Outside to Avila. Danilo Diaz is not happy with the call of throw-in for IMG. He is beside himself. He believed he deflected it off of the IMG player. Referee says, no, sir, I'm not hearing it. IMG on the attack, nicely dispossessed. Iago Lopez, excellent tackle. Jackie K with a little tip out. Village's defense holds. Referee says, or the assistant says the ball was already out, so it results in a goal kick for the Villages. Once again, these two teams both fighting to get their first win of the season. The Villages comes in overall, no wins and 3 losses. In league play, they have no wins and 2 losses. IMG comes in only with 1 contest, a rained shortened game versus Weston FC that saw both the teams draw 1-1. Both teams are desperate to get in the win column, with 2 teams already at 3-0 at the top of the table and only a 14-game regular season. Every game is of the utmost importance, and the only chance to be able to stay in contention for one of those 2 playoff spots is to chip away at the 9 points that the 2 teams at the top of the table have. Gabe Torres with the foul for the Villages. Got a little bit of a bear hug on IMG's attacker there. IMG works the ball sideline to sideline, moving the ball up the field. Assistant referee says offside on Hesham Hamouda. First offside call we've had in this contest. We are 29 minutes in, and that's the first time either team has been flagged for the offside. Lushinsky puts the ball in play, up to Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr., oh, thought he had something going on there to Hoffner. Nicely defensed by Ian McCauley. Once again, IMG has had a string of last defender saves. If that defender does not make the save, the Villages is probably walking straight into the goal. Still tied here at 0-0. Flag is lifted for offside. Number 6, Antonio Colaci, is a little far ahead on that one. Alcides Thomas to Carlos Jr. Wesley Pereira. Villages calmly works the ball around, works it back. Now moving back up the field. Nope, decided to come back to Yago Lopez, back over to Jackie K. Back up to Paco Thomas. DeLima. Hoffner. Well, just outside Hoffner's foot. IMG with the easy counterattack. Gabe Torres with the interception. Plays over to DeLima. DeLima outside to Argolo. Up to Thomas. Carlos Jr. Back to Argolo. Over to Gabe Torres. Back to DeLima. DeLima to Hoffner to Jr. Villages will get a chance to restart play from the center line. Approximately 32 minutes in here from beautiful IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. No score here between IMG and the Villages SC Buffalo. Villages now perfectly fine with working the ball around in the defensive third until we get an opening upfield. Ball back to Captain Wesley Pereira. Jackie K over to Argolo. Up to Alcides Paco Thomas. Paco easily beats the defender. Paco fouled. Just tripped up by number 13, Patrick Kibler. Carlos Jr. Torres puts in a quick shot. DeLima over to Thomas. DeLima outside to Danilo Gias. Just wide. Carlos Jr. is beside himself, feeling like he was wide open in the middle of the field. Referee's saying that ball was deflected. Looks like it's going to be the first corner kick of the evening for the Villages SC. Going over to take the play is going to be number 10, Roberto DeLima. DeLima plays it into the mixer, headed. Referee Cruz says a goal kick. Villages players dispute that. They believed it came off of a defender. Referee says, no, sir. Get out of here. It's a goal kick. Misplayed in the defensive third by IMG. Dangerous challenge back there. Roberto De Lima none too happy about that. Nonetheless, it'll be a throw-in for the Villages SC Buffalo in attacking territory. Played inside, no attacker there. Easily played out by the IMG defender. See if the referee is signaling for a dangerous play here, which will be an indirect kick, or if he's going to go with a direct kick. You would think if it was a direct kick, there could have been a yellow card coming out for that because it meant there would be contact on the play. Looks like he is going with the direct kick. Gabe Torres has asked for his distance. Wants the 10 yards. Torres into the mixer. Nothing there. IMG on the counterattack. Hasham Hamouda. Foul by number 14, Gabe Torres. Tackle from behind, ref saying think about what you're doing. I don't want to have to come over here and book you. Setting up to take the kick, number 27, Bay Downing. Leszczynski easily makes the play. Number 29, TC Anderson for IMG. Absolutely tabletopped one of the Villages defenders in there. Hopefully the referee would have called that if Leszczynski would not have gotten the ball. Nicely played, keeper Igor Leszczynski. He had to lay out off the deflection. Offside, the referee says. Fernando Argolo, number 20. Came up lame on that play, limping around. He's asking for a sub. His leg is no good. The reason for that whole attack, he was unable to get over to the touch line. He's asked for a sub. Argolo leaving. Incoming is going to be number 13, Kyle Fox, as his injury replacement. Number 13, Kyle Fox, will take Fernando Argolo's spot over here on the left flank. Luckily for Argolo, that play didn't result in anything. He was unable to keep up with the attacker for IMG. We are approximately 39 minutes into this contest, still scoreless here at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Villages SC Buffalo and IMG Academy. Jackie K goes up, gets fouled on the header. DeLima to Junior, back to DeLima. Referee says play on. Referee comes back to the foul, no advantage materialized. He says we're going to come back to this. Wesley Pereira comes up to take this free kick. Pereira back over to DeLima. DeLima out to Kyle Fox, who's been in the game for all of about 30 seconds. Nicely served. Alcides Thomas with some sweet footwork over there. But after about 4 or 5 moves, was able to be dispossessed by the IMG defense. Iago Lopez with the foul. Excuse me. Check it, Danilo Gias with the foul. Number 2. Kyle Fox up to William Hoffner. Fox to Pereira, Pereira back to Fox. Fox on the back heel over to Hoffner. Fox unable to wrangle that ball in. Raheem Summerall plays it out to the left touch line. Back over to Matthew Lashot in the middle of the field for IMG. Back to Summerall. Jackie K plays it inside to his keeper. Leszczynski plays it to the right to Gabe Torres. Back over to Iago Lopez. DeLima cuts across the middle of the field to Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr. over to Kyle Fox. Kyle up to Hoffner. Hoffner back heel, back to Junior. Junior to. Nicely played back there by the keeper for IMG. Jake Agnew to set up a corner kick for the Villages. Just have a couple minutes left in regulation here in this first half. William Hoffner getting ready to take the corner kick for the Villages, only their second of the contest at this point. Played into the mixer. No one but IMG makes contact with the ball. Ball hits DeLima in the hand. Some may say DeLima put his hand in the way of the ball, but the referee says, nope, we're just going to call it a standard handling. Referee says number 4, Matthew Lashut was onside. Plays back to number 20, Danny Avila. Sends a long crossover, maybe too long. No, played by Hashim Hamoudi, saves the ball. Wesley Pereira takes the quick restart. DeLima. Nicely played out by Raheem Summerall, so IMG can get reset. Back to Hoffner. Hoffner to DeLima. Back to Torres. Torres slips. Definitely cannot blame it on the field here at IMG. Had a chance to walk on this field prior to the contest. This field is solid. It is strong. Definitely a very fast, well-kept surface here at IMG Academy, as you would expect. Going to be nearing the end of regulation, getting into stoppage time if the referee decides to add any stoppage time. IMG over the field, number 6, Antonio Colaci. Up to Hamuda. Hamuda back to Avila. Avila lets it go, gives it to Kibler, gives it back inside to Raheem Summerall. With the back heel, Jackie K says, "Get out of here with that nonsense." Nicely played into Avila. Ricochets off of Igor Lashinsky into the back corner of the net. Goal for number 20, Danny Avila makes the score. IMG 1, Villages SC 0. Villages had a rough time at the end of halves this year in their first 2 contests. Goals were scored late in the contest to go from draws to losses. Now here goes a goal late in the first half. That will send the Villages to the half, down 1 goal. At the half, it is IMG Academy 1, Villages SC 0. We'll be back after the half. This is Matt Knowles for NSB National Sports Broadcasting. We'll be back in about 15 for the start of the second half. And we're back here at IMG Academy for this PDL regular season contest between IMG Academy and the Villages SC Buffalo. Score is 1-0 IMG off of a stoppage time goal by IMG. Took a deflection off the defender. Keeper Igor Lashinsky was already diving off of the shot. When it deflected off the defender, he had no chance to be able to make the save. Back corner of the net, 1-0. Danny Avila for IMG gets the goal. Now we get to see how is the Villages SC Buffalo, how are they going to respond to being down once again? They played from behind almost the entirety of the game versus Lakeland in the most recent contest. How are they going to be able to respond to being down once again? Looks like there's no substitutions, no changes in the roster in the lineup for the Villages as we come out to start this second half. And we're off. IMG with the kickoff to start the second half. Jackie K quickly with the foul. Bay Downing, the recipient of that charge in the back. IMG gets the throw in. Kibler retrieves. Kibler throws to Bay Downing, plays it inside to Leishout. Lashinsky with the easy save. Off the shot by Antonio Colaci. Gias over to Lopez, back to Lashinsky. Over to Jackie K. Out to Fox. K tried to play to Hoffner. Easily intercepted by 42 Raheem Summerall. Played out to Joaquin Palufo. Palufo inside to Leishout. Referee says there's a foul on the Villages. Gives IMG a dangerous free kick. Looking like we're about 21, 22 yards out. Villages sets up the wall, 5 men in the wall. Bay Downing makes the play very easy for the Villages defense, puts the ball about 5 yards over top of the goal. No danger whatsoever. Paco Thomas with the ball. Played inside to Carlos Jr. Jr. back to DeLima. DeLima to Torres to Pereira. Back to Thomas. Torres. Torres, nifty bit of footwork. Easily saved by the IMG keeper. Jake Agnew had no issues with that save on that play. Dispossessed Wesley Pereiras. Alcides Paco Thomas back to Danielo Diaz. Yago Lopez goes back to keeper Igor Lashinsky. Lashinsky up to Danilo. Danilo up to Thomas. IMG plays it out, resets the defense. Foul on the inside. William Hoffner, recipient of the foul. Dangerous position for the Villages to see if they can generate any kind of scoring opportunity off this free kick. Villages ask for their distance. Villages looks like they're setting up something from this free kick. They have 4 players around the ball. Wesley Pereira says, I don't like the way you counted, ref. AR says the reason why you guys are too close is because the Villages rolled the ball forward. Alcides Thomas steps over the ball. Roberto de Lima takes the kick, easily saved by Jake Agnew for IMG. Danilo Diaz. Back into Yago Lopez. All the way back to the keeper. Over to 28, Jackie K. Up to Kyle Fox. First half injury replacement for Fernando Argolo, who came up lame. With just a few minutes left in the first half. Torres back to Pereiras. Pereiras over to De Lima. Kyle Fox tries to play the ball into Carlos Jr. Misplays it easily. Dispossessed by IMG. Palufo. Palufo misplays the ball, shanks it out of bounds. Once again, these two teams come into this contest both without a win, both without receiving 3 points for a contest this year in the PDL. Both teams desperate to get those 3 points. They both know that without the 3 points, it's going to be a hard road to hoe to try and keep distance with the 2 teams that are at the top of the table that already have 3 wins on this young yet short 14-game PDL regular season. Jackie K plays to Carlos Jr. Jr. over to Torres. Torres outside to Danielo Diaz. Giaz with a nifty bit of footwork. Ricochets off the defender. Easily saved. Jake Agnew. Agnew been making some easy work of the Village's challenges so far in the second half. Referee not happy with that challenge by William Hoffner. Shows the yellow card. So that's a yellow for Hoffner. About the 54th minute of the contest. Hoffner is not the player that the Villages can afford to lose in this contest. He needs to be careful from this point forward. Hoffner leads the team in shots on goal, does not lead in goals, but he leads in shots on goal. He's the only player on the team that comes into tonight with double digits. He comes in with 10 marked shots on goal. Nicely played, Gias, Pereiras, De Lima. De Lima plays up to Alcides Thomas, a.k.a. Paco. Paco to the near corner flag, dispossessed. Nicely done by Joaquin Palufo for IMG. IMG now on the counter. Ball right up by Jackie K. Over to Lushinsky. Lushinsky not happy with his play on that ball. I think the people in St. Petersburg could have heard him yelling in disgust at himself over that ball. Jackie K with the play out. Stopped by Raheem Summerall. Dispossessed by the Villages. Moving up the field, number 14, Gabe Torres. Gabe Torres over to Hoffner. Hoffner outside to Paco Thomas. Paco Thomas back inside to Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr. to Alcides Thomas. Carlos Jr. goes high with the shot. Nicely saved. Jake Agnew. Quite a few Villages SC players had a chance inside about the 10-yard line on that play. Had about 4 players with the ball at their feet. None of them able to produce a goal. Corner kick upcoming for IMG. Goal scorer Danny Avila. But before that, we're going to have a substitution for the Villages. Looks like incoming is going to be Dusan Stankovic, number 19. Unsure who's going to be exiting. Looks like the exiting player is captain number 5, Wesley Pereiras. Pereiras exits out the near goal line. Coming in, number 19, Dusan Stankovic. Summerall plays outside to lash out. All right, fans, on June 1st at 8 a.m., you to come support your Villages SC athletes as they compete in the Villages Dragon Boats on Lake Miona. It's going to be a great time. Going to be great to see other individuals from the area being able to compete with the Villages SC players on those Dragon Boats. Once again, June 1st, 8 a.m. Come out and support your Villages SC athletes as they compete on the Villages Dragon Boats on Lake Miona. Nicely dispossessed, number 42, Raheem Summerall on William Hoffner. Quick counterattack by IMG over to Danny Avila. Danny Avila left-footed. Somehow it squeaks past keeper Igor Lashensky off the near post and into the goal. That's number 2 for Danny Avila. Villages are definitely find themselves in a deep hole now, down 2-0. 60th minute. So Avila has a stoppage time goal in the first half. Stoppage time goal in the first half and another one to pair it up in the 60th minute of the second half makes the score IMG 2, the Villages 0. I can tell you that before the contest, the Villages players were calm. You definitely did not see any stress or nervousness on their faces. They knew they had to come in here and take care of business. Will we see some desperation start to come out now? These players are all veterans. They know what a loss here today is going to mean. Will we start to see them push a little bit harder than normal, desperately to try and get back in this contest? Dusan Stankovic heads the ball out towards the far corner flag. IMG not rushing in any way, shape, or form to get this throw-in out. Looks like they're going to try to start stalling even though we're only about 61 minutes into this contest. Going to take as much time as they can to try and preserve this 2-goal lead. Alcides Thomas misplays back towards his own goal. Results in a penalty kick. Alcides Thomas with a foul in the box on number 10, Hesham Hamouda. Going to result in a penalty kick for IMG. Could go from bad to worse right now. Number 27, Bay Downing, sets up to take this kick. Lashensky goes right, ball goes left. Now we're 63 minutes into the contest. Is the bottom falling out for the Villages right now? IMG 3, the Villages 0. Villages has another sub waiting to come in. Looks like the Villages is going to try to get some kind of spark in here. '45th minute goal by Avila, 60th minute goal by Avila, 63rd minute goal by Downing. Makes the score IMG 3, Villages SC Buffalo 0. Can the Villages pull that proverbial rabbit out of their hat? Can they evoke some magic on this field in this last 27 minutes to try and get any kind of point out of this contest? William Hoffner says, let's see what I can do right now. Hoffner over to Thomas. Thomas back to Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr. left-footed, deflects off of the defender, out for a corner kick for the Villages. Villages with a sub waiting to come in. Exiting, number 21, Alcides Paco Thomas. Entering the contest, number 15, the weapon of grass destruction, Uziel Hernandez. Ball played in, easily defended by IMG. IMG finds a nice seam down the middle, nicely tackled away by Kyle Fox. A little bit of miscommunication in there by IMG. Avila was looking for the hat trick. Leszczynski with a great save. Off the strike by number 10, Hesham Hamouda. Downing drives in, deflects off the defender. Results in a corner kick for IMG. '65th minute here, actually 66th minute here in Bradenton, Florida at IMG Academy. Nice strike by Avila, goes just wide. Fans, the Villages SC would like to invite you to come out to 3 free clinics, 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. on June 9th, June 16th, and July 14th. Once again, 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m., June 9th, June 16th, July 14th. Going to be led by the PDL players and coaches. The only thing they ask is for you to donate some school supplies that will go to support one of the local schools in the area. You can register online at thevillagesSC.com or get more information at facebook.com/thevillagesSC. Don't forget our home opener is fast approaching on June 10th. Tickets are available online at www.thevillagesSC.com or at the box office. Entering the 68th minute of the contest, can the Villages generate any form of offense to try and get themselves back in this contest in the next 22 minutes? IMG with some subs upcoming. Exiting number 10, Hesham Hamouda. Number 13, Patrick Kibler. It's like Gianluca Corbone, number 21, was one of the subs that just came in for IMG. Nice show of sportsmanship right now. Some IMG players handing some of the Villages players some water. Looks like the referee is giving a little water break right now. It is nice and toasty here at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Now that the substitution and the water break is done, play is back in. Lopez over to Gias for the Villages. Back to Gias. Back to Lopez. Up to Torres. Stankovic. Back to Jackie K. Up to Kyle Fox. Stankovic is able to deflect the ball off IMG back to Villages for a throw-in off of the forehead of Carlos Jr. Hoffner. Hoffner was offside on that play. Going to be a free kick coming out indirect for IMG. Keeper taking his time, getting the ball behind the goal. Referee says, don't act like you got hit with the elephant gun. You got hit with a feather. Jose Hernandez moving the ball deep into IMG territory. Iago Lopez with a beat on the ball. Back up to Danilo Diaz. Danilo not thrilled with that foul whatsoever. Carlos Jr. goes up for the header. Ball misplayed by the IMG defense. Gias looking for someone, anyone open that he could pass the ball to. De Lima is able to keep possession of that ball. De Lima over to Jackie K, up to Kyle Fox. Hoffner misplays the ball. You can tell he kicked the ground before he got to the ball, easily to an IMG defender. Fox up to Hoffner. Hoffner dispossessed. Referee talks to Bay Downing. He scored the last goal. Iago Lopez is the player down on the field injured. You could hear the cleats click together on that foul. Downing going to show his sportsmanship, goes over to check on the injured player. Looks like the trainer's coming onto the field to check out this injury. Coming into this contest, the Villages, no wins, no draws, 2 losses on this young season. IMG, no wins, no losses, and 1 rain-shortened draw versus Weston FC. Both teams desperately looking to get 3 points out of this contest right now. IMG in the driver's seat for those 3 points. Villages desperately trying to get back in play, desperately trying to find any way to salvage a point out of this contest. Referee once again allowing the players to get some water while the injured player Iago Lopez is tended to. Once again, the referee crew for tonight's contest in the center. Frank Villazan, AR1 Jake Hurwitz, AR2 Tyler Lazelle been doing an admirable job in this contest. You never like to see that. Yago Lopez having to get helped off the field by his teammates, can put no pressure on that ankle whatsoever. That is surely going to put a damper on his evening plans once this contest is over. Once again, the injured players, number 3, Yago Lopez. Looks like entering the contest for him is going to be number 18, Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson was a spark of energy coming onto the field for this club last season. This is his first game this year. You know, when the Dreads hit the field, good things are going to happen when Kyle Nelson is around. Let's see if Kyle Nelson can be the one to pull that magic rabbit out of the hat in this game. Looks like the Villages have morphed more into a 3-5-2 right now instead of a 4-2-3-1 like they started the contest in, trying to get a little more forward pressure. Uzi Hernandez with the ball in the far corner. Uzi played the ball out off the defender, trying to get a corner kick, but it ricochets out just on this side, the near side of the flag for a throw-in. DeLima into Stankovic. Stankovic to DeLima. Stankovic with the dispossess. Stankovic very active on this possession. Kyle Fox plays the ball out. Lets the Buffalo get reset on defense, stopping that counterattack. Misplayed ball by Igor Lashinsky. Likely Kyle Fox was able to reel that in before it became really bad. Oh, another misplayed ball. AR says offside. Stops what looked like a promising challenge for IMG. Villages with throw-in. Kyle Nelson heads the ball back into Torres. Referee says the ball was out before Nelson was able to get his head on it. We are here in the 79th minute at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. The score, IMG 3. The Villages SC Buffalo 0. Goals in the 45th minute by Danny Avila. Again in the 60th by Avila, and then a penalty kick goal scored by Bay Downing in the 63rd has IMG in command of this contest right now. IMG working the ball around. IMG heads the ball out, going to be a throw-in for the Villages on the far touchline. Nelson throws the ball back to Lashinsky. Comes across to Kyle Fox. Fox up to Hernandez. Q takes it back to Fox. Up to GS. Again back to Fox. Goes all the way across the field to Kyle Nelson. IMG is more than happy to allow the Villages to maneuver the ball in their defending half of the field, because playing the ball in the defending half is not going to put any goals in the back of the net. Now the Villages crosses the center line. Played up Danilo Diaz, closest player to the ball. Nicely defended by Joaquin Palufo to allow the ball to go out for the goal kick for IMG. Ball played out by Deshaun Stankovic. Substitute, looks like they're incoming. Substitute incoming for IMG. Exiting number 27, Bay Downing. 1 goal on the evening for him. Had a good challenge. Plays with a little bit too much excitement straight into the hands of the keeper with the clean sheet tonight, Jake Agnew for IMG. Jackie K plays out to Uzi Hernandez. Uzi works back to Kyle Fox. Into Stankovic. Once again, the Village is content with working the ball around on the defensive third of the field. Now they make their move, but it goes right to the feet of number 42, Raheem Summerall for IMG. Referee says advantage, play on. active on this possession. Intercepted by Uzi Hernandez. Carlos Jr. back to Uzi Hernandez. Tackled away by T.C. Anderson. Stankovic up to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Fox. Fox to Kay. Back to Fox. Fox up to Hernandez. Just a little bit too far, goes out of play. Substitution incoming for the Villages SC, exiting number 10, Roberto de Lima, entering for the first time in an away capacity, number 25, Caleb Kelly. This is the first time he's traveled with the team away from their home field at the Villages Polo Grounds. So this is the first time he's going to be taking the field in an away capacity for the Villages SC PDL squad. Coach De Silva has a long history with Caleb Kelly. Coached him through the travel ranks, youth ranks, for nearly a decade. Ball played out, no harm done. Leshinsky throws the ball back in, trying to make this play go quickly, knowing that the team is down and in desperate sorts. Deep into this game, 86th minute. Fox plays it deep, but to no one. IMG easily with the possession. IMG gives it away easily. Fox to GS. GS to K. K up to Hernandez. Caleb Kelly with his first touches on the ball. Jackie K, the only defender back. Plays it back over to Igor Leshinsky. Kelly able to play the ball off of the IMG defender. Results in the throw-in. At this point, it would take a heroic effort for the Villages to get any kind of points out of this contest, but that doesn't mean that they need to stop playing hard, because goal differential always comes into play. So being able to put anything into the back of the net could come into play later on in the season. If they're fighting for a playoff spot, that goal differential could become the difference of who makes the playoffs and who stays home. Villages with another sub entering the contest. This is going to be number 15, Chris Wilkinson. Wilkinson is going to take over for William Hoffner. Hoffner, the leading shot taker for the Villages SC, was unable to get one into the back of the net today. Leshinsky shanks the goal kick straight out of bounds. Kyle Fox with the dispossess. Diaz over to Torres. Torres out to Kyle Nelson. Ball bounces just over his foot. IMG taking every possible bit of time they can to get this thrown back in. Absolutely no rush whatsoever, nor should they be, with a 3-goal lead deep in this contest. Caleb Kelly over to Carlos Jr. to Wilkinson. Back up to Kelly. Wilkinson with a long throw into Caleb Kelly. Wilkinson plays that off the derriere. Nonetheless, goal kick for IMG. We're nearing stoppage time. No more than a minute or two should be added in this contest. We did have the injury to Iago Lopez. Uzi Hernandez with the ball. Drops the Gias. Gias plays it across. Carlos Jr. with the header, with a goal! Shot! And score! Number 9, Carlos Jr. makes the score. IMG 3, the Villages SC 1. Again, will that be able to propel them to any kind of points in this game? The cards say probably not. However, goal differential can be the difference later on in the season when you're playing for a playoff spot. You got to get every goal you can when you can, no matter when it happens in the contest. Ball goes back to to Kyle Fox. Stankovic to Fox. Over to Gias, back to Fox. Up to Wilkinson. Oh, wide open for IMG. If he turns with the ball, he goes straight to the keeper. Kyle Nelson over to Carlos Jr. Jr. plays the ball deep to Uzi Hernandez, number 16. Uzi with the challenge. Well defended by number 29. Check it, number 28, Joaquin Palufo for IMG. Once again, fans, don't forget to come out to our home opener June 10th. Tickets available at thevillagesSC.com or at the box office. June 10th will be the home opener at the Villages Polo Club. Come on out and let's will these guys to a home opener victory. And that's the end of the contest. 3 goals in the 45th by Avila, 60th by Avila, 63rd by Downing. And in the 88th for Carlos Jr. for the Villages SC results in a final score of IMG 3, the Villages SC 1. That sends the records to 1 win and 1 tie for IMG. Sends the Villages to no wins and 3 losses on this season. We thank you for tuning in. My name is Matt Knowles. I'm here for National Sports Broadcasting, NSB. We thank you for coming out and thank you for watching tonight. We hope you have a great night. Thank you guys and good night.